Okay, guys, this is, I guess, part 3, but kind of not really, of the no BS how to carry in X rank, which is Platinum today. I guess we're doing Platinum and Gold because apparently everyone is Platinum and Gold and Silver, I guess. So today I have an example where I'm showing you how to carry with the Essence Duskblade build. So if you didn't know, the next patch is basically making this build like obsolete. So this is the last patch to play it. So I'm gonna like leak the tech. I'm gonna teach you guys the tech. Okay. I guess before we get started, if you guys want to learn how to learn the tech here, the tech is you can take a Duskblade, but this build only you only want to go this build if they have like no tanks. If they have tanks, you're kind of screwed. Maybe you can try some like Lethal Temple tech in, but yeah, I take Dark Harvest is the important one, and then Absolute Focus Gathering Storm, and then the build is Essence, then Duskblade, then IE, Lord Doms. That's the core every game, no matter what. And then after that is BT, and then Cell Boots for Rapid Fire. Okay, and that's the entire build. Okay, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to carry with this build in Platinum, and surely this will apply to 90% of you guys watching. Okay, if you guys want to learn something or learn how to play this build because you've been watching me play but you don't know how to play, you're like, oh, in Platinum people do this, people do that. I'll show you right now. Okay, so we're gonna try and explain everything we see. I'm gonna fast forward only a little bit. I'm trying not to fast forward too much so we don't miss anything, so I can kind of explain in detail what's going on. I guess we mute this too, huh? Let me explain in detail what's going on. You can throughout this game, I'm playing on a new Riot account, so you can see me fixing settings, but it's fine. So right off the bat, you see we have Leona versus Brand, Kai'Sa versus Caitlyn, right? And the general strategy here is if they leashed, we're going to try and get level 2 here. So this is why you can see me hitting the minions here. And as you all know, Leona level 1 pretty dog. Probably want to wait till level 2 at the very least. So the best you can do right now is try and bait out Brand abilities. You can see me try and bait out his first ability, but he wasn't getting tricked, right? What you do is you try and pretend to hit a minion, you dodge, but this shit is so big, I just got hit. So, but the important part is you try to bait it out, okay? Here, we actually can discuss this Q a little bit. Let's back it up a bit. So here, the general default when you're contesting level 2 is you queue the 3 melee minions of the wave, okay? And so I made a little bit of a mistake here. So I wanted to contest, right, with Leona, level 2. This Q needs to hit the 3 melee minions. It did not hit the 3 melee minions, so it's kind of troll. But we have the 2 Leona targets, so we can still fight for it, right? So you can see we're like, okay, go, go, go. We try and fight for it. But Leona did not know she wanted to fight for it. I'm like, yo, we have level 2 here before they do because we have the double targets, right? So here we're level 2. If she had been walking up beforehand, she would have hit this, right? So just for you support players, or I guess people who are playing with melee support targets, you can contest level 2 if you save both targets for the melee minions, right? And then you contest. And then so here we're like, okay, Leona's no E, we're just waiting. This is a bit of a mistake. I should not commit the last hit there when Brand's gonna hit me. This guy spam emotes the entire game, spoilers, but thankfully you guys can't hear it because it was quite obnoxious. But it's okay, we got him back later, don't worry. I'll show you guys, we get him back later. Okay, so here we're waiting. One important thing to note in this elo is that you need to control what your teammates are doing. And what I mean by that is you need to influence them with pings. So if you want Leona to go, you need to go. So okay, you saw that, right? So the immediate right after Brand uses all his abilities on Leona, we can go on any target. So I'm pinging go. It doesn't matter who we go. We just gotta go. And then it was an NT, right? And then we're like, oh, you're afraid of Wukong. That's why we just worded / we saw him top, right? But yeah, if enemy support wastes abilities, that's your window of opportunity. The reason why you need to know this, even though you're not playing support, is because you can ping go. That's how you know you need to go. That's your timing to fight. You're not just sitting around waiting for your support to do stuff. You need to know when your support can do stuff so you guys can do it together. It's not waiting for Leona to hit the combo and then try and flash trap. It's be in range to hit the trap before she even goes in, right? So here we're going to try and crash here. You can see that we're level 3 and they're not, so we have a timing to go. But even if though they hit 3 here, we still have a timing to go, right? Because with Leona, we're all in. We can find the all in. Brand literally just used W. Let's go. Time to go. You can see me ping and go. Ping and go. Perfect. This gets a little tricky here because we don't kill. It's really awkward. And then somehow I take tower shot, which is really bad. And I have to burn heal and flash. I flashed to try and kill Kai'Sa. Did not work. That was not good. A little bit unfortunate. It could have converted into a kill, but it didn't. It's fine. Basing on cannon, so far this game isn't exactly going great, right? So far this game is kind of looking like your guys' games, right? So the question is, oh, what's the difference? How can I possibly carry this, right? Chat saying I live with literally 1 HP. Yeah, I got a little bit lucky there. Let's fast forward a bit. Get back to lane. Here, if you're Leona, okay, so they crash, right? This Kai'Sa and Brand crash. They need to go home. They need to go home. And the benefit of having this ward behind them is you know exactly where they're going home. So Brand went to the river. Kai'Sa's going to that first bush. Your support here, cancel their base. We saw Kai'Sa, second bush. Cancel the base. Cancel the base. It's her job to cancel the base. Because if their base gets canceled, they're screwed. Because I went home and I bought. They didn't go home. They're low HP. They didn't buy. Then they don't get to play the game. They lose a wave or they don't get to play the game, right? So if you're support here, you need to cancel their base, okay? So here, this is a slow push, unless you think you can just crash this and have, I don't know, do something off the crash. But here, I think it's better to just ward. So you can ward deep in lane and ward this tri-bush area, and then proceed to slow push. Okay. And one caveat to note here is that if you slow push without the vision, so let's say for example, you don't have this ward here, you don't have this ward here, your jungle's making a play mid. If you slow push and they're fighting, they're thinning the wave, you actually can't go on them because you think their jungle's coming. Right, that's why when you have this slow push setup, I think it's ideal to get these wards in, right? This in lane ward or tri-bush ward or both, ideally, so you can have maximum control of the laning phase, okay, on this slow push. So you know exactly what they're doing. Shaco went to scout. We got the see the Wukong headed top side. That's good. And it's kind of like a slow-ish game besides that, besides telling our support what to do. And you'll notice that I just have more CS than enemy Kai'Sa. I think this is just a matter of me clicking on last hitting the minions. I'm not really sure how to tell you guys to last hit minions better, but I'm not really focused on last hitting. I'm just focused on the PvP. You can see, like, I'm like, let's go, bro. We saw Wukong path top. We know, and we have Shaco. Let's go. Kai'Sa no flash. Let's go, bro. You see how like I'm the one trying to ping go, right? The rest of this you guys can do. You just press all your buttons. I don't think you guys really have problems with this part. In Platinum, at least. Sometimes you guys do, but I think it's really just the knowledge of when to fight, So here we're gonna crash. We're gonna try and go for play. I think it's looking like a base here, honestly. It's not looking like I have anything to do here, right? So I would guess I would just base here. Yeah, Leona's low. She's got nothing to do. I think we just go home or we cheese. Oh, we're cheesing. I like it. So here. Again, you have the option cheese or no cheese, okay? And the way you know if you can cheese a bush, pretending the base and cheese a bush, is if you can one-shot, okay? So if you're cheesing a bush with Jen and Ezreal, they're full HP, Kai'Sa, Alistar, this does not really make sense unless you just hit and run, okay? So here we're trying to cheese a Brand. Didn't really work out. He's going the other path. It's fine. Let's just crash and go home now, or crash and cheese again, right? So here, he's spam emoting, XD, XD, all good. We go for another Leona E. The Wukong shows top. We know it's now we can do whatever we want bot, right? So one thing you should know here is that if their jungle shows top, your jungle should try and do something bot side. Okay, so we should be trying to do something here. Okay, so here I'm like, oh, we have to do something because Wukong just showed top, right? Let's do something here. And fighting bot. The reason why fighting bot is so important is because if you trade away all your HP, the Shaco that's on red is gonna come dive and clean up. Right? That's why you gotta fight when you have man advantage. So again, knowing when to fight is very important. So here, in this case, we just fight. It doesn't matter who wins this. Well, it kind of matters. But it just matters that we fight. Okay? Because now, if I trade with Kai'Sa, look, Shaco can come and kill her. Right? Here, I'll build up a wave. I think Shaco will go mid. But that's the idea. Okay? So when to fight, if you're getting ideas from this so far it's just been me telling my support when do we want to fight. And we want to fight when any support has missed abilities. That's the 2v2. And enemy jungle shows and our jungle is here. Okay, those are the timings we want to fight. Okay, is we have man advantage or we have like ability advantage, I guess you could say, right? Enemy support is throwing abilities away for no reason. So here is a crash and go home. Clearly, Shaco's in base, right? There's really nothing for me to do here. I doubt I go for another cheese. It's just no way. I have 2k gold. So we base here, 100%. Shaco will clear top, try and do something. Oh yeah, before base, you can ulti. Because your ulti can come back as you're coming out of base. It's very effective to poke people. Because Kai'Sa wants to stay in lane, right? So if you ulti her, she might have to base or stay in lane with less HP, right? And then here, I'm going Essence Reaver. Okay, this is the new best strategy. I've been toying a bit with the idea of Dirk, before Essence. I did it on accident, but I actually felt really good. So I think Dirk and then Essence is a play. I think Essence straight up is also a play. If I were you guys in Plat Gold, I would Dirk Essence. So that's just me. But yeah, we see Kaisa basing. I don't know what this brand is doing. He's just dead or what? He's dying, I guess. Yeah, he's just running around for fun. That's fine. So this is a slow push. We have a cannon wave, right? Oh, Wukong showed. I mentioned this in the game, but this Shaco ganking top does not make sense, right? So let's briefly discuss in case you're not ADC main. So this Shaco, it has its consequences for you. Okay, so this Shaco is running through vision, ganking top when Kog'maw has no ulti. This will never work, right? And so when you see this, it's not like, oh, don't be like, oh, Shaco's trolling. It's just like, know that Shaco showed on vision, right? On a gank that will never work. Therefore, Wukong bot. That's what you should be thinking. My Shaco showed top. Therefore, Wukong bot. So we fast forward here. I'm like, oh yeah, we saw the Wukong, right? That's how you know you don't chase his brand or whatever. It doesn't really make any sense, right? Wukong's bot. Okay, and then here we're slow push because they're playing Dragon, we're playing Rift Herald. Fast forward a little bit, but there's nothing to do here while we're waiting for more information, right? Just make sure we don't fight. We don't fight when they have man advantage. You see how far back I'm playing? We don't look for Leona engage. It makes no sense until we get more information, right? And then once we get that information, then we can play the game. Here, he's kind of baiting my net out. It's kind of bad. Okay, then we saw this 2v2 bot. Okay, so now we can fight. And in this case, we always say aim the ADC. Donnie-chan, thank you for the 2 months. We always say aim the ADC. But in this lane, we actually aim brand, right? The reason why we aim ADC is because they're the ones who are gonna do the damage, and they're gonna aim you. Like if we aim, this is a Lulu. If we aim Lulu and Kaisa aims me, we're gonna lose. Kaisa's gonna kill me. But in this case, we kill brand because our matchup is all in and theirs is catch, right? Poke and catch. And they have some all in if they land everything, right? But also, brand does the damage in this lane, right? He's only damage, essentially, right? With some CC. So we can actually aim brand in this lane, and then play the not that Kaisa, right? So I'm like, okay, we're aiming brand here, okay? That's just a caveat. You're playing against like AP all-in, pseudo all-in support or something really strange. You can just aim the brand, right? So Leona's fishing, we miss, it's fine. We just go for the next opportunity. Oh, it's coming up. They hit tower here. Okay, so one thing to know at the tower, remember, a 2v2 matchup applies when you guys are going for last hits. I want a last hit. Brand will poke and try and catch me. Kaisa wants the last hit. Leona will try and engage. Okay, so at the tower, they will try and hit the tower. So we will try and all in them. And I will try and farm their CS under tower. Brand will try and poke me. So them hitting tower doesn't make sense because we're just about to engage on them, right? As you can see here, we're just hard to engage on them. And then to make sure we don't die to brand. So you can see me, my main priority is to dodge brand abilities. Otherwise, he's going to kill me, right? So we had follow up on Kaisa, immediately dodge, and then try and do as much damage as possible. Kaisa flash, totally fine, winning, right? Aim Zyra / brand always? No, it's not Zyra. Zyra is no all-in damage, right? But you can aim Zyra and an all-in. It's just, remember, you can't get hit by... At the end of the day, no matter what you're aiming, you need to dodge the abilities that you can dodge. So brand Q, for example, brand W. I'll get hit by the brand W, which is a little bit unfortunate. Here, we're going to crash and go home. This guy might try and pull a wave, so I'm down to 2v2 against Wukong. Or I'm down to Jabate as well. Oh, he's kind of pulling the wave. Let's crash here. We're going to crash here and then know that Wukong is here until proven otherwise, right? Shaco's also here. So here, I'm just crashing, and then we can play the game with Shaco here. You notice that we're just dodging abilities. This brand is kind of inting here. I don't know what he's doing. That's what he gets for spam emoting. Haha. So he died. That means we can change what we do. I think here we're playing for plates. Don't die to Anivia Wukong here. So here, Swain is saying Anivia is moving, and Wukong is here. So you see, I'm standing in Africa, right? I'm standing in a spot where I think I can't die to Wukong Anivia. And then we saw Anivia, so Wukong's not coming. He's not going to come by himself, right? So here, we clear the wave, and then we can go home. Shaco pings Dragon. Okay, it's very important for in Platinum, decision making. You have time to do something after you push. So after we pushed and killed Brand, we pushed. The thing that we did was spawn Rift Herald and get plates. That was our one thing. Now, if you try and do the Dragon here, you're all going to die. Right? How come? It's because you're making a play on their timer. Like, they are going to come and kill you guys while you're doing it, right? The reason why they can't stop you when you do kill is because you killed Brand. We killed Brand, push, take plates. Okay? We could have killed Brand and then pushed and got Dragon. Could have done that. But we got plates. You can't do both, right? Here you see me. Yeah, you see me muting this guy. You cannot do both. Okay, you have time to do one thing. You pick that one thing. Okay, so teammate pings dragon. Hell no. You need to recognize this is not good. A lot of this elo is recognizing when to fight, when not to fight, and that's pretty much it, right? Pretty much knowing what to do. See a Navia top. Let's fight bot, right? It's the same. It's the same thing every time. And a lot of decision making is coming from the map. Seeing the info on the map, right? So we see them top. We do something bot, and also abilities. What you see on your screen. Brand is throwing shit out. That means we have timing to engage with Leona abilities, right? So map comes first, man advantage comes first, then on screen comes second, okay? That's the important part, okay? Brand is tossing out abilities, nilly-willy. Wukong sitting in a bush next to them, you can't engage, okay? Okay, then let's fast forward. We're still playing bot side. Okay, so notice how after that one play, so on that timer, they ganked top, and we did dragon. Now it's reset. Imagine they based and are coming bot, okay? It's not, we don't have a second timer. Imagine they based and are coming bot. That's what I want you to imagine. This is where a lot of mistakes happen. If you can get that part down trading sides, this is where the next biggest mistake happens. You guys think that you can just die for free because it's 3v2. No, they're jungle based and it's coming bot, okay? Until proven otherwise. So here, we're like, okay. So yeah, see, Wukong base and came bot. Look. Wukong base and came bot. See? Here we're trying to do some kind of trap here. Oh, I saw Kaisa do a thing here. I'm not sure what she's doing, but going for a quick trade and run. I used all my abilities. I need to run, right? I was focusing on dodging. We still need to run. Wukong's here. So here I went for a little cheeky, like illegal. I went for a freebie, which is fine to look for as long as you're not dying. Remember, you don't want to actually fight because the Wukong's here, right? And then, oh, here I do a little cheese play. Check this out. I'm going to clear this. We're going to clear this. I think we pretend the base. Check it out. I'm going to play with vision a little bit here. So we're going to kill this thing. And then I instantly channel recall. You should always do this. Instantly channel recall. And then they lose vision of the minions. And then you sneak back into the bush. Always fake channel. Because if enemy mid laner and jungle are looking at the map, they see that the ADC channel recall. And then enemy bot laner is paying more attention. They still might get tricked by fake recall. Okay. So always recall right before they lose vision. So here, they think we recalled. Without a doubt in their mind, they saw me recall after killing cannon minion. So what are they going to do? They're going to push the wave. What are we going to do? One-shot someone, right? So here we one-shot someone. I know Leona's missing like infinite, but it's fine. And the reason why this works, even though the Wukong is technically here, is because on their screen, they thought bot-based Wukong would never be here. Okay, unless they read this like a book, Wukong will never be here. Because there's nothing to do bot, because enemy bot based, right? So that's why this works. And we have one shot here. So all we have to do is one shot and then run away, because Wukong turns around, he's like, what the fuck? The bot's still here. He's sprinting at us, okay? Imagine he like did grump or something, he's sprinting at us. I don't know. All right, so now we gotta go home. Actually go home, right? So here you can see me actually finish and then we go home. Fast forward, we're slow pushing. Anytime you see a cannon like this, you slow push. Relevant information, we saw jungle, we saw supports going mid. My support is mid. We're waiting for Brand. Oh, saw Brand 1v1. Okay. So we push. We play for 1v1. Sorry, I need some water. We push. We play for 1v1. This is where your killing mechanics shine. We're just hitting this guy. I mean, I don't know. This guy, if you want to know how to play like this, I mean, we're about to kill him here, but you just trap both sides of the tower. He walks past. You EW. He can't move. You Q on trap. It's very, very simple, okay? Trap to limit movement. Trap to limit movement. EW combo. W going to where he will move next. Then Q on trap. Done. That's the play, okay? If you don't understand what I just said, just, I don't know, rewatch until you get it. And then here, I think that we just catch next wave. And I'm not afraid of Brand Wukong because Leona was on the way. And we saw Brand, therefore we can push next tower. They're contesting Rift Herald, therefore we must make a play on the opposite of the map. You cannot base here, okay? Cannot base here, you must do something. Because if you base here, you're AFK. My team is actively losing 3v4 topside, right? We must do something here. Doesn't matter if you get the tower, doesn't matter if you get Krogs, get something, okay? So in this case, we get the tower, my whole team will die. It's 3v4. They are guaranteed to die here. Guaranteed, without a doubt in their mind. The instant they saw a Brand, they had lost, okay? But that means I got this 600 gold tower, okay? So it's a trade. I want you to think it's a trade. Enemy team takes the 4v3 top. We take the 2v0 bot, okay? If you do not trade, your team just loses straight up. So instead of losing straight up, we got some compensation in the bot tower, Okay, so here we path mid after taking bot, usually default mid, right? Whatever lane is safest with a tower to protect you, could be top, could be mid, or maybe you want to push your advantage, take top tower, whatever. Safest lane usually, okay? And then this is the part of the game where a lot of you guys can come out of lane, maybe with not this much of a lead, we're 2 items, but a lot of you guys can come out of lane with a decent lead. And this is part of the game where you struggle with. Okay, don't miss the cannon there. And people are typing in chat. This Shaco's, if you're reading chat, this Shaco's just completely wrong. I think he just did not realize it was 3v4, so he's blaming Kog'maw or something. I don't know. But here, default. If you watch any of my videos, we know we need default get mid, right? Default get mid without dying, right? Don't miss minions. That was pretty bad. Side note, with this build, you can clear the range creeps with 1 Q when you have Duskblade Essence plus any AD component of IE. So pickaxe or BF. Okay, and then here we're playing for Dragon Control. I do a little bit of an oopsie here. I'm pretty sure. Here, I thought he had no vision of me. He put a ward down. I'm like, oh, I was trying to trap him. There's like a ward there. This like fighting going. Oh, yeah. I do an oopsie because I'm trying to fix my. Ward ping. I'm trying to fix my ward ping, and then I come back, and then like I didn't realize that Wukong's on me. It's pretty funny. I'm like, what the fuck? Wukong's here. They have vision. Hey, yo, I try to ghost, but I had heal. I'm just dead, guys. Yeah, this is pretty unfortunate. But remember, your Kog'maw was top. You're not really trying to fight unless Kog'maw starts TPing. So yeah, I kind of I was just fixing my settings. Okay, don't worry about that. Sometimes int. Okay, I'll show you what to do if you sometimes int out of laning phase. Okay, we'll come back. Enemy team decided to do the dragon. Okay, they decided to do the dragon, but not only that. This is the mistake that you guys make. They did the dragon, and then they try to do another thing. Like I told you guys, you only have time to do one thing. So what happens when you go for 2 things? This Jace is going for 2 things. What's the default? He dies, right? He gets caught. So here, Jace is going for 2 things. We're like, guys, this is just simply not allowed. Let's kill him. So he went for 2 things. He's just dead, right? Or he's about to die. I know I'm spam ping and go. They're fucking trolling, right? So we're going, we're fighting. It doesn't really matter what happens here as long as you just press all your buttons, right? Q on traps, simple. And because of that, I claim a brand shutdown and a Jace shutdown. So a lot of times, these 5 kills that I have is just knowing when to fight, like straight up. Like knowing when they're trolling and not trolling. That's kind of like the skill you guys need to work on, is to recognize this stuff. One person gets caught, they all get caught. Look at this. Brand got caught. Jace did an oopsie. Brand got caught. Jace died. Wukong died. I just claimed 3 shutdowns. Okay? If you're in Platinum, you can... Oh, don't chase this guy, by the way. You have no way to dodge his Q, right? If you're in Platinum, you need to not start the chain int, which is what a lot of you guys do, I think. You guys just run up and start hitting the mid tower or something. I don't understand. Or you guys run up and start the dragon or something. I don't get it. Okay? You cannot start the chain int. Okay? Cannot. So here you'll notice that after getting the mid wave, I went to do red. You could try and hit tower, but did not look like a good option. I'm not gonna lie. So when in doubt, you just farm it out, right? Go back, catch mid. We're gonna base after this. Pretty sure Brand kills himself here. You notice how this is crazy. Like Brand's gonna die here, right? But remember, it was Jace chain int into Brand chain int into Jace chain int into Wukong chain int into Brand chain int. You see how insane this is? We just got 5 kills from Jace making 1 mistake. How crazy is that? I'm telling you, when one person gets caught at this elo, the whole team dies. It's actually crazy because it's hard to play the game from a disadvantage. Like when your teammates are dead, you're not supposed to do anything, but it's hard to do that. So people walk out and die, like that Brand, right? So all you have to do is not start to chain it. So here, in reality, what you can do here. So we saw that Baron was dead, right? We're like, oh, okay, maybe we can Baron, maybe not. They have 4 people. When you see Kai'Sa bot, you can consider Baron here, 5v3 at the Baron. But honestly, at 3k gold, I'm down to not throw Baron, potentially, right? So, oh, what happened here? Did I restart the thing? Okay, sorry. Let's go back to where we were. Yeah, I'm down to not throw the Baron. Okay, so I bought my IE here. I went home, bought IE. But you can start Baron there. Shaco kills himself. That's not your fault. He's supposed to fight. It's true he's supposed to fight because Kai'Sa shows bot. But he fought so poorly that he just died. So yeah, it's a bit funny. Not your fault. You just play to defend Baron, right? So let's get mid and then not die. And then Kai'Sa's doing whatever. Let's fast forward a bit. Actually, maybe don't fast forward. We're about to do something a little bit illegal. Okay, so this ward by itself is a little bit strange, but I'm just trying to make sure they don't Baron. This is interesting. Okay, you are not supposed to fight. Remember, chain int. Shaco just inted. Do not chain int. Leona thinks we can one shot. Honestly, I don't really agree, but I'm down to do damage and run. But it just turns out that it was he insta clone, so now Leona just loses flash. Remember, if your team is chain inting, don't chain in with them. We just lost half of Leona's health and her flash for one Wukong clone. Does not make any sense. Okay? Do not fight 4v5. Look, I am infinite amount of gold ahead and we still lost 4v5. Okay? You cannot fight man disadvantage unless you literally one-shot. The prime example of this is bot lane. We pretended to base. We tricked them, hide in the bush, one-shot them. We were playing 2v3 bot side, but because they thought we based and we one-shot them, it turned out okay because we could one-shot them without them knowing, okay? If you cannot one-shot them, you cannot 4v5. That's the one thing I want you guys to drill into your head, okay? Let's fast forward here. Jace decides to kill himself. I'm not really sure. This happens a lot this elo. I see. People are just running down straight up for no reason. Jace decides to just like die here. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I just press R. Honestly, this is not. You guys can do this, right? I mean, this is not. It's not like you have to be a master's level player. Oh, now Swain is dying here. I'm not really sure what's going on, right? But I'm down to fight this, right? I'm down to take a 3v3. How do we know it's 3v3? Kai's bot, okay? So even though that he died, he did enough damage that it's considered 3v3, right? And then whenever you flash, totally fine, right? So here, they're really low. I'm pretty sure I just one-shot someone. So we're going to contest mid wave. And then I'm going to try and get someone here. I don't know why Leona's running away, but we should push them out of mid here, right? Even though Kais is coming, I'm so strong. They die in one hit. Agreed? What you should do is hold a headshot here if you think a fight's about to break out, which I do. So you don't see me wasting headshot. You cannot waste headshot when you have IE. It's like all your damage. And so here after push, we take tower. Okay, and then we're going to run. Oh, this guy is... this Wuhan decides to engage at half health. I think we all know what's going to happen here. He's just dead, right? Keg W. If you want to play... If you want to learn anything with this playstyle, it's... With Essence Reaver, you can pre-place traps. You notice I pre-placed 2 traps here. Your Essence plus Duskblade has so much ability haste, you can place 3 to 4 traps before the fight starts and have 4 or 5 traps when the fight actually starts. So I highly encourage you, pre-place traps in any area that you are in, on the corner until where you're kiting. Okay, and so I have this one pre-placed trap, I can play off it, right? So you can see here, Wukong has to flash over it, and then he just died, right? You see me pre-place trap where they will engage on you. I promise. I should probably have more than 1 trap, but yeah, it was good enough. So, anyways, Wukong ints. You know what happens? Brand chain ints. XD. Right. Here I actually missed the Q off Hourglass. That's really sad. Unlucky, but it's fine. And then that's it. That was the play. We go home. I have no HP. We go home. Right. Fast forward. You see me go home. And then a dragon fight's happening. Where's Camille TP? I'm like, do we have Camille TP? If not, this doesn't make sense. So I'm like pressing tab up Camille TP. So I spam TP, and then we're down to take a 5v5. I'm down, and then I'm like, oh, Jace is face checking. I'm down to get this guy. I'm down to get this guy. Unfortunately, he smurfs on Camille here. I don't know. She didn't ulti immediately. I'm not sure. Let me see here. Actually, she's supposed to ulti him. But something went wrong. I think she had a half a second to ulti right here. Maybe not though. I could be wrong. I don't play Camille Jace. But he gets away. That's unfortunate. But here, stack headshot and rejoin fight, right? So we stack headshot. And then even though Swain died, I'm still down because it was, what's it called? I'm strong enough that we can take this fight. So yeah, engage on anyone. Just play from range. Don't get hit by brand stuff. I mean, this is all very simple. You hold headshot. You headshot someone. When you're invisible, you net someone, right? Out of invisibility, you always use an ability, okay? Unless you're killing someone with an auto attack. And then here, we're like, oh, can we fight this? Probably can't fight this. Okay, let's push mid. Okay, you don't have to chase. You know, the dragon fight's already over. You just, what do you need to do next? I'm like, oh, okay, they lost vision. Maybe I can do something here. Anivia was too smart. I'm sad. Oh, I go for a psychopath here. I try and one-shot him. But, yeah, I got stunned. That's pretty XD. Don't do that. I'm pretty sure if I just took it slow and flashed his initial, and flashed his Q, he would have just died. But, yeah, I kind of griefed a little bit. But it's fine. We're going to push this, and then we're going to go home. Remember, we don't hit tower unless it's free. I'm going to press R on him for Dark Harvest, but I think Camille gets a kill. Nice. Didn't even get Dark Harvest, but he still dies. I'm going to get red here. You should probably base before red. If you're wondering where the sustain comes from in this build, you don't get any until BT. And that's why red and plants are your main source of BT. Okay, unless you start Doran's Blade. red buff and plants are your main source of sustain. So yeah, I think we should just do red buff after base though. So because the money didn't really change my base. So here, Brand's dead. We should. This is really interesting. Let's talk about this. So we'll talk about Leona here. I know we talked a little about Leona jungle and whatnot, but if you're playing support here, okay, you need to ping your teammates. So the next objective is Baron, right? So this guy is sweeping the Dragon Pit. Is completely irrelevant, right? Because there's nothing to do at the Dragon Pit, right? We need to sweep the Baron side, right? We need to put a ward on the Baron side. So he wasted sweeper. I don't know what's going on, but you need to ping your teammates. You need to know what you need to know what the correct play is. That's your job in Platinum, is lead the team. And as long as you know what the correct play is, you can guide your team to the correct play. Okay. Here you should get headshot. Okay, so here Jace is pushing bot, and we're not matching. Therefore, we need to bait their TP. Okay, we cannot just sit around and not do the Baron, because then Jace will never TP. He'll just take our Nexus, right? So the other way is we need to match him. But Camille's not matching and Swain's not matching, so therefore we need to start a fight. Okay, you need to get the default here is Baron and then bait TP. Okay, so I'm like, okay, we got Baron and then bait TP. And then I think we're strong enough that they can't face check us. So I was just like, okay, we hit this, and then when we bait TP, then we play the game. Okay, Wukong's going over. It's kind of scary. He can steal. I'm like trying to figure out how to play this. I'm not really playing this ideally, to be honest. Kai'Sa sees me here, so they don't face check. I'm like, oh fuck. And then, okay, we bait TP. Okay, now we play for fight, or what do we do? Oh, looks like we're finishing Baron. Okay, now we run. We got the Baron. It's lit. So here we just kite it out. We don't want to lose the Baron after we just got it. Doesn't make sense. We're just doing our best, helping from a distance, and then seeing if we can kite into traps. And it's like, oh, okay, nothing's here. Let's just go home. So the important part here was playing the bait out TP and then figuring out what's going on. It was kind of a flip play, but our team was not matching the split, so we got to do something, right? And then we base here, and then they're chasing us. I don't know why they're chasing us, but we have man advantage, right? So we just straight up kill them, right? I'm pretty sure. You just press buttons here. Yeah, the important part here is Q, max damage Q, and then E headshot is like lethal, right? Yeah, I'm not really doing anything too crazy, right? It's literally just knowing that they can't win, so fight. I can't win, we can't win, don't fight. That's how I have 13 kills. Like actually, there's like no mechanics involved, as you can see, right? All decision making so far. You guys can do this if you can learn how to recognize when to fight, not when to fight. So we have time to do one thing here, right? We just kill people. Maybe this Anivia Brand defense is too good, but honestly, I want to kill this guy because he's been emoting me the entire game, right? So I go for a psychopath play. Don't get possessed. I just died here. Yeah, a little bit of a for fun gameplay here. Don't do that. But you should check enemy hourglass before you make a play. I think I was just upset he was emoting us the entire game. Okay, fast forward. We bought a rapid fire. Usually it's BT, but I think in this case rapid fire is fine. We had perfect money for it. They're fighting. Okay, so this is the same thing, right? They're 2v1ing Camille. We need to fight. We need to fight here. We have to fight here. Shaco is not fighting. Swain is not fighting. I don't know what's going on, but you gotta spam ping. We gotta go, guys. What the fuck is this? Oh, Swain went for the TP or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But we're fighting. It's good. We're fighting. Good. Here, I got one shot by Brand. Kind of sad. Yeah. Pretty depressing. It's fine. We got him, but yeah, we just die here. Again, not ideally played. They have vision on me, and I was chasing by myself, I guess, because Leona is lost, I think, right? Let me see. Leona is like a little bit going the other way. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but whatever. We ended up fighting. Did not win. No, it's fine. Sometimes you lose a fight and lose dragon. Not ideal, but hey, we have 6 items. We can carry, right? There, you should just not face check if you have no vision. And if you want to do that, you should trap their enemy engage or bait out. If you have no vision, you should bait out abilities first, right? But yeah, a little bit of a mistake by me. Okay, this is just a straight 5v5, right? So I'm down to just fight this. I don't know. You just play. Oh, that was a big mistake. Don't do this. Okay. Remember, headshot equals 1 kill. Okay. So trap is 1 kill. Naz 1 kill. Passive is 1 kill. I headshot a cannon. Very bad. Do not do that. I'm like panicking. I'm like, okay, we need to get our headshot back and or play off traps. So thankfully, Wukong jumped into us. Notice how like even though I'm losing my entire health bar, I hit him with 1 trap and that was enough for my team to finish him. Right? Look at this. 1 trap. 744. When he has Death's Dance, okay? That was enough to kill him. You need to play around headshots the entire time. So if I had headshot and he stepped on a trap, he would have instantly died. And I would not lose my entire health bar. This is just kind of for fun. I'm just gonna flash for this guy, right? Yeah. Somehow I mistrapped there. That's kind of weird. But basically, game's over at this point, right? When you get to this point, you're just playing off headshots, right? You just stack headshot on a wave, and then you run around with headshot, rapid fire, and then you headshot someone, headshot the closest guy. And then we hit tower here. We're just stacking headshot here, or I think we can hit one more. Do we go one more? I think we can go one more, right? We go one more. I stack headshot here. I'm trying to. Oh, I'm gonna kill this guy because he emoted me the entire game. Keck. And then I plug. Guys, we don't normally plug stream link, but he emoted us the entire game, so I felt like we could emote back, or in this case, plug stream back. And then we base, we go home. We have enough to buy the BT finally after selling boots. Here, I guess we just play Baron. They can't really do anything about it. We just Baron. And then we push bot. You push the side that has the standing towers, right? You already have the inhibs. You don't push that side. Your super minions are getting pressure already. So here, stack headshot. So you can see I stack headshot, then I kill a minion. They show 5 bot. They kill Camille. Normally, you cannot 4v5. But if you're 6 items, there is possible that you can fight 4v5. So here, I'm like, okay, let's 4v5. Because I'm pretty sure I just carry now. Right? So, oh. Think of the sub. Gaugia. Think of the Amons. So here, you just hit the closest guy. No one can tank your headshot. You can see it does it in his entire health bar. And then you just do it again. You stack headshot, right? We're stacking on Wukong. Trap yourself. He's dead to 1 headshot, right? It's the same thing. We just hit this guy. Stack on Kaisa. Sure. I have one more for 6. 6 will run around. I can ulti. Doesn't matter. I accidentally headshot a minion because the hourglass canceled my ulti. It's a little bit awkward. But here, I'm not running at Jace until I have headshot, right? 5, 6. Headshot Jace. Then he's dead, right? And that's it. That's the game. And we just end the game with 20 kills. Okay, and it looked very simple. I made some very big throws. I made 3 very big throws, and it's still convincing carry. Okay, and so if there's anything you take away from this game, it's you need to play smart in order to get to your item spikes. Right, you get to your item spikes, then you know how to do your damage and apply that to the enemy team's face. Okay. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask in the YouTube comment section or come on stream and ask questions. I'm always playing there and answering questions on stream. Other than that, hopefully you guys learned something, how to play in this elo at the very least, or how to play the build. You have probably like 2 weeks, 1 month to play the build. So good luck. And if you want me to make like a more dedicated guide, I can make a dedicated guide. Okay. So thank you for watching YouTube, and I will see you guys next time.